to the mix, lovelies and friends. And on the mix, we have Tina. And Tina is out speaking about, basically what has been happening. She said that she will be basically closing down the retail side of her cake business because she has been trolled. She's gone through many, many stuff. And basically, it's time for her to close that section of her business and to, move on to other ventures in life. So, guys, you have to go ahead and catch the video. And she also spoke about um, this lady here. Basically, she's saying that, she really hurt her to the core because she said after the lady had reached out to her allegedly to help with a school drive, um, then, she took to her life and there was a lot of people basically allegedly throwing shades and basically, going after her life. And she said she felt it to the core. And so, this is a journey that she has to stop and to move on to other bigger and better things, and not to, stay in the same area that she's in. So she will only be doing her decorative cakes and stuff like that. So go catch the video, hear what she has to say about that as she ventures to something new. And remember to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so when I post, you know about it. And for all my lovelies out there celebrating their wonderful birthdays today, happy, happy birthday. I wish you joy, happiness, and abundance all year long. And for all my other lovelies, my supporters, my subscribers, my friends, have yourselves a happy, happy Easter out there. And remember that God is love. Have a great one now.
I'm going to call her name. Thickiana, you were really a number. I ain't going to lie to you, Thickiana. When I read the comments below that video you did about me, Thickiana, it really broke my heart. When I saw the violent comments posted about me, Thickiana, it really broke my heart because I had pure intentions when you reached out to me. Pure intentions when you reached out to me to do this book drive with you for the kids. Pure intentions. And no one on my page was making any nasty comments about you when, no one. Initially, no one was making any nasty comments about you. No violent comments were made about you at all on my page. No one came on my page and said they were going to bash you in your face. Nobody made anything violent towards you. And it was not done in that context at all. And to see you, Thickiana, come on here and host a video about me, and in the comment section, you not just lied, you lied from top to bottom. You lied. And you just put out this perception like me, and it was just so wrong of you to do that. And it speaks volumes about you as a person, Thickiana, and you should be definitely ashamed of yourself, even as you go through life. And you're going to meet other people. You're going to meet other people. Trust me. You're going to meet other people in the workplace, wherever. You understand me? And you're going to meet someone who is going to really pay you back for what you did to me. Like, maybe not in the same, but they're going to pay you back eventually. You're going to get it back. That's how karma works, right? So you sitting on that live and you wrote, you did a live and you got over 1,000 likes and thousands of views on that video. And to read the comments of what the nasty things your followers had to say about me is sad. I never thought that you would have been the platform holder to really do that to me. I never thought that you would be the platform holder to host a live where people were actually threatening my life in the comment section, and you did nothing. You said nothing. You just egged it on. You just egged it on. So, yeah. She just egged it on. Exactly, Money Tracer. She just egged it on for whatever reason. And it was just so unnecessary. So she did that because, well, she was boosted. We do know she was boosted to say what she did. But Thickiana, I never expected that because, you know, regardless of what happened, I never really came out and bashed you in any way. I didn't bash you in a nasty way. What you did was wrong, but I never bashed you. And I felt it to the core, but I never bashed you in a disgusting manner. You know, and it shows you how easily people on social media can be influenced to do nasty things just to belong to to something. And this is just me letting you guys know that nothing at all, nothing that I said in regards to Thickiana back then was ever bad or nasty. However, it triggered something very nasty from her end. She came out and she came out with a vengeance. I never knew she felt that way about me. I never knew, because this is somebody who has been on my phone before. This is somebody who reached out to me on TikTok wanting me to do a drive for the guy with cancer. You know, the guy with that big thing on his face. She reached. So I never expected that from her, because in my mind I'm saying to myself, well, if you you know, if I was that type of person, you wouldn't have reached out to me on a couple of occasions to liaison with you and do any drives for people who are in need. I never thought that you felt that way about me. And I'm not being malicious, Thickiana. I'm just telling you exactly how I feel. I never expected that from you. And it's sad that you made people who I am no longer friends with, it's sad that you made them influence your mind to do something so stupid, you know. But in the same breath, it saved me from a lot, because I would have come out of my pocket and given, I was planning on giving $500 out of my own pocket to fund this book drive. And I'm so happy that I never did now. But either way, it was very disappointing. So with that said, you know, a lot of these are the things that just kind of push me to not want to just have anything to do with, you know, selling, like, you know, because you never know. You really never know what is what, you know. And I'm just like, you know, this is not what I want for myself anymore. You know, because like I said, people look at my name and they say I make, you know, my name makes them money. You know, this is not about me being a good person to them anymore. It's all about them selling their souls so that they can make some money. That's all it is. They just want to make some money. And I just don't want to be their doormat anymore. You know what I mean? I don't want to be their doormat anymore, right? People who would want to be somebody's doormat all the time. You know, who wants to be their doormat? And honestly, guys, there are a lot of people who have stopped commenting on my page. A lot of them have stopped purchasing my products. A lot of them have stopped reaching out to me to book cakes because of what they heard. I have had one or two people who stopped ordering custom cakes from me. Well, one lady, she stopped ordering she ordered a custom cake from me once. And I never knew that this person was with whomever, you know. And she ordered the custom cake, paid for it. She ordered the custom cake, paid for it, and then after she paid for it, she messaged me some nasty messages. I mean, common sense would tell you that it meant, you know, she wasn't really a real customer, in other words. You get what I'm trying to say? Common sense would tell you that, right? But it has been, in comparison to the retail, nothing was as bad as retail. You know, working retail has been such a headache. It has been such a headache, you know, from 2021. I think the fun came out of my baking from 2021. That's when the fun kind of slowly started dying. 2021, like late 2020, 2021. I started so happy in 2019. I found something that I actually liked, because I've tried a lot of things, and I found something that I really liked, baking, and I had great plans for the baking industry. I had great plans for the baking industry, but then 2021 came around, where some people were just like 2021 came around, and people were just getting nastier for money, and it was just nasty. I couldn't, and I held on for a few more years. I tried to drown out a lot of things, to the point where my kids were involved. My daughter was upset. you know um they tried to get into the head of my kids. Now I've never, as far as long as I've known myself, I have never stepped out of social media and tried to contact any of these people's personal family members. Never. I've never done anything of that nature at all. Never stepped and tried to contact any one of these people's family members. Never have I showed up at any one of these people's homes. I have never tried to find out who lives where. I have never been interested in their bank accounts. I have never been interested in where they did business. I have never been interested in anything personal when it came on to my attackers. Never. Like, I would never sit down and take the time to dig up people. I just was not interested. It was of no interest to me. My interest was my business. And when I saw how these people actually reached out to my daughter and tried to convince my daughter that her mom is a hateful person, and you have to understand that shapes the minds of people, especially if you and your children, maybe, those are my children, they're not going anywhere, right? But these people really tried to get involved in your private life, your personal life. They definitely did. To the point where the last thing that happened was when that beauty queen went and messaged my daughter. She went and messaged my daughter, the beauty queen, the other day, the girl with the cancer situation. She messaged my daughter. I don't know how she got a hold of my daughter's information, because I don't know how she got a hold of my daughter's information, but she did. She messaged my daughter. Right? Sorry. She messaged my daughter. I have never stepped out of social media and messaged anyone's child, because I was always of this belief system that, kids are out of it. Kids are out of it. Like, if you and somebody have something, kids have nothing to do with it. And I tried my very best not to cross that line. Nope. Because I respect my kids. I love my kids. And to think that you too have kids, right? And nobody, you wouldn't want that for yourselves, right? So I try not to. I know what the feeling is like. So I try my very best to be respectful of people's children. I never do that. However, these people on here are so malicious. They actually, especially that queen girl or whatever. I was like, what? You messaged my daughter. She messaged my daughter. Her and her friend messaged my daughter. We know who that friend is. They messaged my daughter. I have never stepped out of my face and messaged any one of these people's kids. Never. Never. Messaged my daughter from me and her having, if I wasn't on here, I would have showed you the conversation that I had with a very private conversation. I just reached out to her and said, hey, I heard you said something bad about me, but this is not what it is. I never once approached, what's her name? Katie. I never once approached that girl with any disrespect at all. Never. I was very empathetic to her situation. However, unknown to me, she has a totally different personality. I didn't know. You know, she wasn't as pure as I thought she was. And, you know, I messaged her, you know, not knowing that she wasn't pure as she claims she is. And I said to her, hey, you know, I am sorry, you know, but you're wrong. You know, I understand your journey. You know, I'm very empathetic to your journey. I know you're a strong person, you know, stuff like that, you know. I really tried my very best to uplift her. And I thought she meant well because she too responded in a very okay manner. But she at one point blocked me when I messaged her on Instagram to tell her that, hey, you're wrong. You know, I am not that type of person. She blocked me, but I never really thought anything about her blocking me. I'm like, okay, she just didn't want to speak to me. But then she unblocked me. And when she unblocked me, she spoke to me. And I said, okay, she spoke to me. I guess she has nothing against me or whatever. And she's like, I'm sorry. And I said, okay, no problem. You're sorry, whatever. It looks like she messaged the individual. It looked like she messaged the individual and the individual told her about my daughter's page. That's what it looks like to me, because otherwise she doesn't know my daughter's page, because remember, I've never met this girl before. Right? I know. Well, it's not going to happen again, Dorisi. It's not going to happen again. Yeah, it's not going to happen again. But let me tell you what I did. I didn't know that she said, thank you so much. Same to you. You know, she says she does have empathy for everyone and she respects everyone's journey. You know, we all have our challenges and stuff. And she said she's sorry if she said anything insensitive to me. You know, that's what she said. She was sorry if she said anything insensitive about me and stuff. So I never thought anything. Unknown to me, she probably sent the images or the message to whomever. These are my assumptions now, because I don't know how that message or those messages reached to my daughter. Right? I don't know how the messages reached to my daughter. I don't know how the conversations reached to my daughter. But her friend, you know who it is, she somehow messaged my daughter. And maybe not her, but she was directed to my daughter. And that's how my daughter found out about the conversation. So, you know, I sat down and I'm like, these people are trying their very best to really come at me in every which way. So I am just going to step back for a minute and, you know, kind of like, you know, deal with my peace. Like, I want my peace. Like, at some point I had to say, well, what is this for? Who are these people? These people are nobody of value and stuff like that. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, why am I doing this? Like, why do I need to defend myself against these people? You start asking yourself these questions, you know, and you start saying to yourself, you're much better than this. You know, how did you get sucked into this nastiness, Marion? You know, you're no longer Tina Chin. You start asking Marion, how did you get yourself involved in this, right? To the point where you have people who have never worked a day in their lives being disrespectful to you. To the point where you have people who have never walked the roads that you have walked, passing them place with you. I call you homeless. You know, people who have never walked your roads calling you homeless. You know, people who are the bottom, like when it comes on to class, calling your name inside their mouths, like, It makes you cringe, right? And if this is whatever it is that they wanted to get out of it, you've succeeded. Yes, you have. You have succeeded. If your battle was to get people to not book me, you have succeeded, right? Because that's what they were trying to do, get people to not associate with me. You have succeeded, right? If your fight was to get people to see me as ugly, you have succeeded, right? If your fight was to make me seem smaller than you are to the people, you have succeeded. I mean, if that's what's important to you, making me look small to people, you have succeeded. What can I say? I have never thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever be looked at as non-productive or I never thought that I'd be viewed by people as not reaching anywhere in life. By people that can barely write a sentence. And people believe. It's like you've held yourself,